We begin our story in a place called Stags, located in Ohio in the year 2045. This low-income community is made up of trailers and vehicles stacked precariously on top of each other. It is here where Wade Watts resides with his aunt Alice and her boyfriend. The real world is in an impoverished state and no one seems to be doing anything about it. Like millions of people, Wade escapes into the Oasis ontologically anthropocentric sensory immersive simulation, a virtual reality world where people can assume avatars to play video games, entertain themselves, and find pleasures that are difficult to come by in the real world. The Oasis was created by James Halliday and Ogden Morrow of Gregarious Games. It is a world where one can be anything and do anything. However, like a video game, if your avatar dies and you have accumulated things in the Oasis, you lose everything. Wade's avatar in this virtual world is named Passable. He interacts frequently with H, a muscular mechanic, as well as Samurai Dido and Fighter Show. Although he has never met any of them in person, one of Wade's hobbies is trying to decipher a contest that James Halliday created before he died. After his death, a video was sent out explaining how he had hidden an Easter egg within the Oasis. The contest has 3 challenges, each with a specific key. Whosoever completes all 3 challenges and finds the egg would inherit Halliday's personal fortune of $500 billion and gain complete control over the Oasis. The challenges are presided over by Halliday's avatar, Anorak the All-Knowing. Many egg hunters or gunters have teamed up to search, but Wade mostly searches on his own. Although EOI mainly makes its money off of products and gear that allows access to the Oasis, the company's CEO Nolan Sorrento wants to find the egg to increase the amount of influence and money EOI can make from the virtual world. After 5 years, only the first challenge to find the Easter egg had been uncovered. The challenge involves a racing game through a simulated New York City. Wade and Edge, his friend and fellow gunter, participate in the race but are unable to pass King Kong near the end of the challenge. During the race, Wade is fascinated by a female racer from the film Akira. He later discovers that the racer is Artemis, a well-known gamer and sixer fixer. After the race, Wade and Edge helps Artemis repair her bike in Edge's garage. They discuss James Halliday, the creator of the Oasis, and his Easter egg challenge. Wade claims that he would use the money to buy things, while Artemis believes he's afraid of losing all his possessions if he zeroes out. Wade takes Artemis' words to heart and visits the Halliday Journals, a personal shrine to Halliday in the Oasis. In the Halliday Journals, Wade is assisted by a mechanical curator as he watches a memory of Halliday and Ogden Morrow, Halliday's former partner at Gregarious Games, discussing the future of the Oasis. Halliday admits that he hates rules and wishes they could just go backward. Wade decides to enter the first challenge again after receiving a clue from Anorak. This time he drives his DeLorean time machine vehicle backward and discovers a secret roadway leading to underneath the challenge and past King Kong to Central Park, where he meets Anorak and is awarded the copper key, 100,000 coins, and a new clue. Excited about his winnings, Wade goes on a shopping spree and shares the details of the challenge's secret with his friends Artemis, H, Dido, and Show. During his free time, Wade tries to solve the next clue about a creator who hates his own creation and a leap not taken, but is unable to decipher its meaning. At the OA, the board members expressed their concern to CEO Nolan Sorrento about Passable's increasing success in contest, but Sorrento remains confident that they will find the egg and control the Oasis. He enters the virtual world and hires a bounty hunter named IR0K to take out Passable after obtaining a powerful item called the Orb of Osivox from him. Wade goes to the Halliday Journals again and is mobbed by fans until Artemis arrives and helps him disguise himself. They watch a recording of a meeting between Halliday and Ogden Morrow before the Oasis went live. In the memory, Halliday talks about his date with a woman named Karen Underwood, whom he took to a movie instead of dancing. Kira eventually married Morrow, but Wade realizes that this is the only mention of her name in the journals, despite her seeming importance to both men's lives. The curator in Wade analyzed the terms of horror game and come to a conclusion about a secret entrance. As a reward, Wade receives a quarter and an invitation from Artemis to go to a club called the Distracted Globe. H wants Wade that Artemis could be using him, or that he might not know who she really is. At the Distracted Globe, Artemis leads Wade onto a zero-gravity dance floor, believing that the clue, the leap not taken, might have something to do with jumping into the void with a copper key. Wade begins to confess his feelings to Artemis, but unbeknownst to him, his real name is overheard by IR0K. Theo interrupts the party in an attempt to assassinate Wade. Despite managing to escape, Wade and Artemis almost lose their lives in the process. Artemis reveals that her father died in an OE loyalty center, trying to pay off debt, and she cannot afford to be distracted from a mission of finding the egg. After doing more research, IR0K gives Sorrento Wade's full information, and Sorrento offers Wade a $25 million bonus if he helps find EOE find the egg. Wade declines, and Sorrento threatens to destroy Wade's home. Wade rushes to warn his aunt and her boyfriend, but it's too late, as their home explodes and crashes to the ground. As he tries to contact his friends, Wade is knocked out by an unknown man with a face tattoo. After being knocked out by an unknown man with a face tattoo, Wade wakes up and finds himself in a room with Samantha Cook, also known as Artemis. He learns that Samantha and some others have set up the headquarters close to the stags in EOA. Despite Samantha's concern about a birthmark on her face, Wade assures her that it doesn't matter. They have a private conversation, during which Samantha realizes that she may have figured out the meaning behind the first challenge's clue. Wade and Samantha gather their friends and return to journals to investigate further. They try to find out which films Halliday might have taken Kira to on her date. The Shining catches Wade's attention since its creator hated his creation. The curator facilitates their entry into the Overlook Hotel, where the movie is set. H faces several terrifying scenarios, but the group becomes unsure about the initial assumption that a specific key in the film may hold the clue they are looking for when they hear music coming from one of the rooms. They soon discover Kira dancing with zombies over a large pit. Artemis has a realization that the leap not taken refers to Halliday's failure to be with Kira. She makes her way through zombies and asks Kira to dance, which reveals Anorak, who offers Artemis the Jade Key and the next clue. The rest of the group, who calls themselves the High Five, also get their own Jade Key before being followed by a group of Sixers. The Sixers encounter the terrors of The Shining. Sorrento discovers that Wade is still alive when the group receives the Jade Key. He sends his associate Fennel Xander to track down the High Five. She eventually follows one of Samantha's associates to their secret hideout. Wade and Samantha are at a loss, unable to crack the third challenge, which has stumped them for months. They spend their days and nights trying every conceivable approach, but nothing works. Meanwhile, EOA has made significant progress and has found the location of the castle where the final challenge is believed to be hidden. The castle is located on planet Doom in the Oasis, and only one person can unlock the final key by playing an Atari 2600 game. As Sorrento activates the Orb of Osivox, the castle is shielded, and the loyal employees of EOA are tasked with setting explosive charges outside the front entrance of the castle. Samantha is also among these employees. She is being threatened by Fennel, who explains her that EOA is now in possession of her outstanding debts, which have earned her a ticket to the loyalty centers. Samantha sacrifices herself to help Wade escape and alerts the friends to come to his aid. H, who is Helen in the real world, helps Wade escape in a modified postal truck. During the escape, Wade meets Dido, real name Toshiro, and Sho, named Shoto. The group attempts to find a way to crack the third challenge, but they're running out of time as Sorrento and EOA are hot on their heels. To gather information on Samantha's workstation, Wade and his friends hijack Sorrento's online feed by creating a digital double of his office. Sorrento eventually gives in and provides them with the information they need, which helps them get Samantha out of the facility. However, she decides to stay behind to try and find a way to undo the orb, knowing what EOA has done to the castle. After broadcasting a message across the Oasis, Wade and his friends request to those who believe in what's right to come to planet Doom to help them. The message leads to a massive group of persons doing a battle against the OE forces. Samantha manages to bring the orb protection down and meets up with Wade outside. However, Sorrento unleashes his Mechagodzilla armored suit against them. H and Dido try to attack the suit, but their efforts are in vain. Samantha, on the other hand, throws a Madball/Mom into the head of the Mechagodzilla, and it comes down. Sorrento goes on a mad rampage through the facility, convinced that Samantha is still there. To save her, Wade kills a character in the Oasis, and she escapes outside, where she meets up with the others. Wade and Sho manage to make it to the final challenge, where they watch one Sixer play the game Adventure. The Sixer wins the game but falls through some ice just after winning. Wade claims he knows how to get the final key, and Sorrento and IR0K show up to stop them. Sorrento offers one more deal to Wade, but he threatens to use a weapon called the Cataclysm, which will destroy every avatar on planet Doom. Wade tries to prevent Sorrento, but he activates the device anyway. Afterward, Wade discovers that he's still alive. The curator's quarter was an extra life token, allowing him to survive the attack. Wade proceeds to play adventure and broadcast what he's doing across the Oasis. He explains that the final challenge is to find the hidden Easter egg in the game, which some consider being one of the first in video game history. Wade unlocks a large door in the Oasis, with his keys revealing Anorak in the final crystal key. However, Ioi and the forces have found Age in her truck. Wade calls out to anyone in the area to meet them at the sacks inside the chamber. Wade is given papers to sign, but he hesitates. He explains that this is similar to when Halliday made Morrow sign over his shares of the company. When Wade refuses to sign, Anorak transforms into Halliday, and the chamber becomes Halliday's childhood room. The room contains a special button that, if pressed, will erase the entire Oasis. Halliday gives Wade the Easter egg while telling him that while the virtual world can be good from time to time, the real world and interacting with real people are just as important. The group finally arrives at the stacks, but Sorrento manages to knock them off balance. Sorrento nearly kills them until he sees the glint of the Easter egg in Wade's VR goggles. At that moment, police arrives and arrests Sorrento and Fennell. Shortly after, Ogden Morrow arrives with some lawyers from Gregarious Games seeking Wade's signature. However, Wade insists on sharing the prize with his friends. Ogden reveals that he was the curator and commands Wade for his detective work. After the contest, Ogden joins them in overseeing the Oasis with a fee of 25 cents. They ban loyalty centers from doing business in the Oasis, and Ioi is forced to shut them all down. Taking Halliday's advice to experience the real world, the group decides to turn off the Oasis on Tuesdays and Thursdays.